Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it on our website, thewatchbox.com. This timepiece is elegance incarnate. This is the Lange Söhne Richard Lange 232032, launched in 2006. It is a 40.5mm red gold timepiece, 3 hands only, dedicated to the 19th century watchmaker and scientist Richard Lange, a scion of the watchmaking Lange family. The Richard Lange line, named in his honor, is dedicated to chronometry, precision, and advancing the state-of-the-art in timekeeping. Now on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference, it's an easy one to wear. Though 40.5mm and on the larger side for a German dress watch, nevertheless it's a fairly slim watch. 11.1mm thick with a domed bezel, it'll slide easily underneath any dress cuff. Lug to lug, it's nicely constrained. The timepiece, perhaps bigger than you would expect a Lange to be, but still under 50mm at 49.4mm, so I can recommend this watch due to the shape of the lugs for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. Ordinarily, a near 50mm span would be pushing the limits for a 14 centimeter circumference wrist, but here you can see the shape sharply downturned means that they wrap around the wrist rather than flaring out awkwardly. And the spacing between the lugs, 20mm, is highly standard. So if you want to go aftermarket strap, you will have a billion options in the universal 20mm strap size. Now the nice thing about the strap that's fitted is it really doesn't need any surrogate. It's handsome, it's a dark brown, large rectangular scale alligator leather, there's a little bit of bolstering, there's a folded edge, a monotone stitch, and on the underside calfskin. The buckle that's fitted is decidedly non-standard for a Lange. They generally feature pin buckles, even on flagship models. So to get the company's full red gold clasp is truly a treat. Extra security against droppage of the watch while donning or removing. It features a wonderful mass of metal that's faceted, polished, handsomely executed inside and out, and provides so much extra mass that if you want to wear your watch loose, you can count on that buckle to act as a sort of keel to the sailboat, preventing the watch from moving too much, counterbalancing it on your wrist. The case is simple, as Lange cases tend to be. A sharp case band defined by the case back, the mid case, and the bezel, and then lugs that are gracefully stepped out with all surfaces standouts in high polish. A dome style bezel, and then a dial that is both silver and made of silver. That's right. The dial blank is sterling silver. It's then galvanized to create the silvery sheen you see here. The numerals, Richard Lange style. When you see Roman numerals, you know you're looking at the Richard Lange. When you see Arabic numerals, you know that you're looking at the 1815s. And when you see stick indices, you know you're looking at the Saxonias. A handsome dial with a stepped hour track. There's a center dial that's slightly lower to create another focal plane. A few splashes of red at the quarters of the dial. And then you can see a combination of polished gold alpha hands and a lovely diamond counterweight needle seconds hand. There is a stop seconds function, so you can synchronize this Richard Lange to a reference time. Turn it all over, things get even better. Many would argue this is where a Lange is at its best. Okay, giving ourselves proper light and focus, this is a Lange Söhne manufacturer caliber L041.2. Manual wind, it features a 38-hour power reserve, it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It is adjusted in 5 positions like a chronometer, and it's composed of 26 jewels. All of this water resistant down to 30 meters. But I must emphasize that it's the decoration, the materials, the finish that really make this movement. Start from the half bridge for the balance. First, you can see that the swan's neck regulator is black polished. So is the cover for the escape wheel. You can see it is a free-sprung balance, the better to take and hold that 5-position regulation in the face of bumps, concussions, and vibrations on the wrist. Moving away from the freehand engraved half bridge, you can see its base is engraved by hand without a lathe or any tools other than a chisel and a hammer. Engine-turned perlage on the base plate, mirrored on glass. You can see that bridge for the hacking system is just glowing right under my finger, and every bridge features a beveled edge, hand chamfered with mirrored finish. Glashütte stripes across the 3/4 style bridge, and the 3/4 style bridge designed to emulate the look of 19th century and early 20th century Saxon pocket watches. The same reason why German silver and alloy of nickel, copper, and zinc is used for the bridges and plates. It has that lovely golden hue born of the copper content. It's because it's highly anti-corrosive, another nod to the pocket watch era. The 3/4 style bridge from the pocket watch era. The blued screws, fire blued, not chemically dyed, from the pocket watch era. And you can see Chaton fixing 2 of the pivots of the movement. That is the jewels fixed in place by screws, small fixtures that are set with the gem and then placed into the bridge, a nod to the era when machining technology wasn't quite ready to set jewels straight into bridges and plates, and thus chatons were used to place them carefully during assembly and remove them for service. The timepiece is exquisite, and you wish you could wear it upside down. That said, Richard Lange was a scientist and a fan of chronometry. He loved beauty, but he adored accuracy. This one's designed to be worn in his honor with the dial up. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.